You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Yeah. This is good. I got the shields on my eyes. My eye has always been on the prize. And we are ready to rock it. The Man of Steel. A Superman for a super world.
Right there, man.
Burning, burning, burning. Good evening, boys, girls, ladies, and men. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, brought to you by Bing. Where Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another live Monday Night Raw After Show recap for the week of Memorial Day. And we're emanating from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. My name is Ryan Smiley Katz, and I am joined by my three-man band of tag team triple threat broadcast excellence. That is Ryan Morals Clum, Josh JP Female Demo Padgett, and Cathy, formerly known as Cupcake, formerly known as Fatal Attraction.
Uh-oh, new one for the last one?
Now known as the Stealer of Souls.
Oh, no.
Kelley!
Uh-oh.
You're not getting cupcakes tonight.
Yeah, that's the longest one ever.
Did she steal your soul?
these.
Is that how you know that?
Man, this is a crazy little melancholy week here at AfterBuzz. But we're gonna bring it on tonight with some energy and enthusiasm as we bring my last week here at AfterBuzz.
Yeah, very sad.
Scottish Shield was trying to trend hashtag Smiley appreciation. I don't think 12 tweets gets things trending.
No, I don't think so. Should we get the classic wrestling chant going?
What's the class?
Please don't go.
Oh, look at this
Please
guy.
don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go.
Look, she's
I
not
thought it was
chanting.
We Want a
She's not
Table.
chanting. She's like, give me his spot. Give me his spot. Give me his spot. Give me his spot. look at that smile. Look, she wishes she had the smiley mustache. She's gonna be like, oh, sinister smile, sinister.
I don't wish I had a mustache.
Raw comes from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, here on our
Yes.
Memorial Day. Interestingly enough, Memorial Day episode of Raw from Canada.
God bless Canada.
We learn right from the get-go on the graphic that a hero is someone who has given his life to something bigger than oneself, said by Joseph Campbell.
So we're all heroes because we've given our lives to AfterBuzz. Right?
It is bigger than oneself.
Yes.
It is bigger than ourselves.
Yes.
It's important to live your life with the mentality of a hero. To
Yes.
step up when needed, to act when necessary, and to always do the right thing. Because we, the
I always do
people,
the right
need
thing.
to gather as a unified society, preaching the methods of love, peace, and happiness. Share a smile, Cathy Kelley. Share a smile
I'm in
with
my
a
patriotic
stranger.
outfit tonight, but I still don't support the swaggering.
Swaggering! It's time to pop some bubbly, yo!
Yeah, there it is.
All right, we're starting off.
That may may be the last time we ever get the swagger.
Well, you guys will swear. Oh, Cathy's going to veto it.
Kathy's going to try to veto all
She's going to try to veto it.
Still 2 against 1.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I'll pour myself some champagne. Josh, I'm sorry, you don't have a glass.
That's all right.
I'm assuming Cathy was going to pass.
I would have drank some.
pass.
But
Oh, do we have a? Do we
no
have
one offered.
we. Ta-da!
What, no strawberries?
That was last night.
Oh, okay.
So last night we had a phenomenal going away party.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We had some Italian sausages with peppers and onions. We had a beautiful spinaci and 3 cheese pizza. Assorted baked goods. Assorted.
It was
other
fun. I
foods.
was there.
I made a phenomenal alcoholic milkshake, mudslide kind of variety.
That was good.
Excellent.
Kathy missed the party.
Kathy
you
wasn't
guys were
there.
at the party.
We're at the
I
party.
had to work.
The voice of choice, Christian Rosenberg, was at the party.
Howard Takei was at the party.
DJ Jesse Janity was at the party.
Yeah.
Lots
Kim
of
Lai was at the party.
Was Phil there or was I there?
But no Cathy Kelley.
I was working in the office.
And despite having a phenomenal time with my close friends who came by, heartbroken that the stealer of souls did not come by.
She didn't care.
Well, I will raise my glass, and this will be our goodbye. This lovely.
Look at she's so happy.
Good riddance.
She's so happy. Here I am wearing glasses today
I
because I'm
told
trying
you.
to hold back my.
I told
He
you, I
can't
don't
stare
like-
at me anymore.
I don't like goodbyes, so I try to avoid them.
I went hat and glasses to shield my face.
No, I just
He
don't like
can't
goodbyes.
stare at me anymore.
It's a lovely plastic glass, though.
Josh,
Yeah.
seen any good movies lately?
Nope.
Yes, you have.
He hasn't because it hasn't come out yet.
He didn't
It
realize
hasn't
there
come
was a
out yet. May
segue.
29th.
He didn't
May
realize there was a
29th.
segue.
Well, you know, we were talking about Superman, Man of Steel. I'm very excited about that. However, there was a movie I did see about a month ago that stuck with me because I'm a huge fan of Dexter, and I'm a fan of comedies as well. And I
So
like
you're cerebral,
slapstick.
yet you're comical.
Yes, yes. And lo and behold, our CEOs, our producers, Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, came up with a great script and a great movie here that would put 2 things that people like me love: serial killing, like in Dexter, and slapstick
You love serial
comedy,
killing?
like
We're learning new things about Josh all the time.
no, but, you know,
Killed those
it's-
3 hot
that's-
guys because they almost talked.
Here's the deal,
But
man.
the thing is, yeah.
Go ahead.
This movie, Serial Buddies, is what Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro came up with. And guys, I want to send out a message to the AfterBuzzers out there. You know, you guys, we've become such a big part of your lives, and you guys have become such a big part of our lives. We talk with you guys every week. It's something that I look forward to every week, talking to you guys and doing the show.
Smiley.
You know, here at AfterBuzz, we bring the best in television commentating. You know, without commercials or pop-ups. Okay, and the problem is, guys,
And it's for free.
and it's for free. And the
We're
big
cheap.
thing that we need to keep people like Smiley,
We need support.
guys like you guys, like Smiley here. That I'm a little depressed tonight because he's leaving, but we were able to hold on to him from long enough. Guys, you got to go to serialbuddies.com and buy this movie. It's hilarious. It's like Dumb and Dumber, and I'd say Dexter. It's hilarious. Lots of characters.
I don't have my championship belt here tonight, and
Lots of
I learned
celebrities in
in Serial Buddies that chicks dig champions, and apparently that's why I'm not getting the time of day from Cathy
There's
Kelley
actually a lot of great cameos in it. Artie Lang is in it. Maria Menounos
tonight. Beth
is in
Baer
it.
from Two Broke Girls.
Kathy Lee
Bear,
Gifford.
Kathy Lee
Christopher
Gifford, yeah.
Lloyd.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah.
All-Star
Awesome.
cast available on Blu-ray and DVD, so no matter the format you prefer, you can pick that up. Head on over to the Twitters of AfterBuzz TV at serial_buddies. And spread the word, man. Go pick that up, buy it. Buy 2 copies.
Will that
Send
be
it out as
available,
gifts.
will that be available on iTunes as well? A lot of
Yeah,
times you
it
can
will
buy
be on
movies on iTunes, so hopefully
Digital
for
downloads.
those who like the download.
Yeah.
Phenomenal movie, very funny. We got a chance. This was actually when
we saw it way
when I
long ago,
first
yeah.
started here at AfterBuzz. I got invited to Maria's house,
Yeah, you
Maria
and I
and
both
Kevin's
went.
house to go watch a screening, and it was phenomenal. And I was
When was it? Was
amused
that like-
and
that was in the
entertained.
fall
It's
we
gotta
saw
be-
that,
it was the
wasn't it?
fall, and I was very entertained by the movie. There is. as a wrestling fan, there is plenty of wrestling influences of our main character in there.
Yeah.
And it is very funny, and Kevin did a fantastic job, as did Maria.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's
Maria
so
has
hard.
an acting gig in it as well.
For you people who've never made a movie, it's one of the hardest things you can possibly do. It's very, very difficult. And how long did they work on this thing? For a couple of years, right?
Yeah, it took a while to film, and then
it usually does. It takes unless you have hundreds of $1 million or tens of millions of dollars from a studio, it takes a very long time to get a film together.
Yeah.
And we made it happen.
Yeah.
And we put out something really good.
Yeah.
High quality product that you can pick up and purchase. Pre-order it right now. It will be shipping next week. It'll be shipping tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe, is the day.
2 days.
2 days. Exciting times. Please support us here at AfterBuzz TV so you can continue to get the entertainment you love, crave, and deserve. And we can continue to give you the expert analysis that we do on all of your favorite TV shows, like Monday Night Raw, which started with the Memorial Day tribute, a tribute to the troops, so to speak. WWE is big on their tribute to the troops.
Very much so, yeah.
No matter your political affiliation, no matter what you believe, you have to take the time to give thanks for the men and women who do fight, who do put on the uniforms, and give us our freedoms that we do have. We appreciate you.
Amen.
Hats off. Thank you. Hat can't come off. I got the...
Yeah, it's okay.
I tried to, but then I was like, oh, the headphones on
Symbolic
top.
hat tip. Yeah.
Your happiness, though, so that's good.
Oh, there was one line in the VO I liked of this tribute video.
What was that?
Our soldiers defended our freedoms to their death, and we owe them a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. And then we strike into, tonight is the night! Dun, 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 dun. Tonight is the night! And then we're ready to start Raw.
Yeah.
Last week on Raw, we get a little recap package of Curtis Axel, Triple H, and Paul Heyman. And Triple H's condition will be updated tonight on this episode. And then we also hear more about Cena, Ryback, and the ambulance match that was made last week on Monday Night Raw. Cathy Kelley, back to Baywatch red and white candy striper look, looking fantastic for my last appearance here on the AfterBuzz. Smile so bright that I have to wear shades.
He's trying to do one more creepy stare down.
It's not creepy, man. It's not creepy that I've tried to ask Cathy out like probably 100 times in the last 8 months. and been denied all 100 of them.
I told you not to do it.
It's all right, man.
I kept telling you not to do it.
John Cena comes out to the ring because you can't see me. My time is now. And he says there's a lot of unrest, anxiety, and anger in the WWE universe. And it stems from the controversy surrounding the finish of the Extreme Rules matchup.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which saw both men unable to reach a count that was never made.
Yeah, which is a bunch of crap.
And despite that, Ryback walked away at the end.
Yeah.
But that's why there's controversy.
And why couldn't they actually do something like that? Because what was it? Was it Charles Robinson, I think, that was the referee, that actually came out on his Twitter and was like, I'm sorry I made a mistake, basically. I was more concerned for the guys. So, yeah, so you just then announced he was fined $15,000 for making a mistake and blah, blah, blah. It was a mistake.
A mistake was made.
It was a mistake made by the officials.
But despite mistakes, we are still surrounded in controversy, and thus we need to find a solution. And at that time, the Calgary fans, the bizarro world of the WWE Universe, started chanting, "We want Brett. We want Brett. We want Brett." And then it started growing, and John Cena responded by saying, of course you want Brett, because he is your hero and he is deserving of appreciation. But we'll get to that later tonight, because right now it's about Ryback and all this that was going on.
Everyone's like, what?
And then Ryback comes to the ring.
Wearing how many R's? 7 R's?
7 R's, I think. We had elbows, we had wrists, we had hat, we had one on the front of the shirt, one on the back of the shirt, and I don't know if there's an R on the singlet as well, so it could be 8 or 9.
Still don't like that summer beanie.
Yeah, I liked the leather vest.
I did too.
Last week, and then he went back and dropped it and went to the Tyson-style cut T-shirt, even though it's not a towel. John Cena continued. He said, Ryback should be deliberate. Excuse me. He said Payback. Next month's pay-per-view, 3 weeks from Sunday. 3 weeks from now. Payback should be deliberate. Payback should be definitive. And Payback should always be hell. And because of that, it's not just going to be an ambulance match because Ryback does not set and make those rules. The WWE Champion John Cena has the ability to do so because he states that this match at the upcoming Payback pay-per-view will be a 3 stages of hell match, where it'll be 2 out of 3 falls with a different stipulation for each match. With the first matchup, the first fall, having the stipulation being a lumberjack match where WWE superstars will surround the ring so neither man can run or hide. Has a lumberjack match ever been like on a real pay-per-view? Like as a main event?
I'm sure back in the day.
Really?
Oh, it's got to have been, right?
I don't think it's a main event.
Like back in the 80s or something.
Is it
like
main?
that? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I mean, definitely house shows they've main evented.
Absolutely.
They had it as a main event on NXT a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I've seen some at like Madison Square Garden house shows and stuff, but I can't think of
Cathy Kelley.
I can't think of a pay-per-view.
Who just a year ago casually may have seen some clips of wrestling, and now she's talking about things that happened on NXT like a diehard fanatic of the WWE universe.
We get to talk about an NXT person a little later in the show. I'm very excited about.
We do. Second fall stipulation. As Bubba would say to Devon, get the tables!
Yeah, this is a little, like...
It's so random.
It's so random. Like,
so
why
random.
a table match? It makes no sense.
No idea. Like,
it's the one. I'm okay with the lumberjack
It would have almost made more sense to do something they would never do, and I wouldn't condone, but it's like almost would make more sense to have like a fluorescent light bulb tube match because of the LED stuff.
But there's got to be some other type of match. It's a weird match.
The way that he started to try to do that chant didn't make sense at all. We want tables.
We want tables.
We want tables. No.
We
if you've
want
ever heard a chant before, it's like,
we want tables. We want tables. We want tables. We want tables.
No.
Third fall, final stipulation, because Ryback must be satisfied. The beast, the monster, the Ryback must get his way in some manner or form, so he will get that ambulance match. And
go straight to the morgue.
And just in case John Cena is able to defeat the Ryback in stipulation in fall number 1 and fall number 2, he's going to hoist the Ryback on his shoulders, walk him to that ambulance, dump him in so he can be taken to get medical attention.
Yeah. They should have made the second like a first blood match or something.
Absolutely. It should have been devastatingly horrible. It should have been
first blood.
It should have been like an amputee match.
Ryback could be there with all of his
I mean, I'm trying to think
haters.
of reasons. Obviously, you're not going to do the steel cage because you just did the steel cage, and strap match, you just did a strap match. You've just done a bunch of.
It should have been a go through an LED light wall match or something.
Oh yeah.
Explosion on a stick match.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Ryback comes out and he says, I drove you through the LED board. I tried to drive you through hell. Well, say hello
to Beelzebub.
To my little friend.
To Lucifer. To Satan. John, say hello to Ryback. Beelzebub. Lucifer. Ryback is Satan.
I love that.
What does Al Pacino think? Devil's Advocate reference.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
I don't know if Cathy did.
Oh.
She's giving me the look.
When was that movie made?
90s.
When were you born?
Yeah, I think I was in high school when they came out.
We're in the subways, Kevin.
Maybe college.
We think the segment's come to an end. We find out what's going on. Ryback kind of leaves. It is when, was there a fight? And then Ryback rushed away or something? What happened? I didn't really rate it.
Yeah, I think Ryback just left, right?
Remember, he kind of ran away. Yeah, he egged on Cena.
Wasn't that later on?
Maybe it was.
That was later on. That was during Cena's match.
That was that whack.
That was that wacky thing at the end.
I have already had a bottle of champagne. We're on bottle 2.
Yeah.
by himself.
Just as you think
People
this.
I guess people can claim you're a little tipsy tonight, huh?
They wanted me to get
I am
drunk in
high
chat room.
on life and under the influence of retirement.
Here we go. Raven, Diesel vs. Sid in your house 95, main event Lumberjack.
In your house.
It's still, that was a pay-per-view.
Diesel and
It's a
Sid.
pay-per-view.
Oh my
It
God.
counts. You
Where's
said
Raven
pay-per-view.
been?
It does count. Paul Heyman came to the ring. And the master Paul Heyman spins the Curtis Axel lie of deceit, talking about the fact of how last week he dominated Triple H and defeated him, causing Triple H to be sent home in requirement of medical attention and unable to be there at all this week. I had some problems with the entrance of one Curtis Axel this week.
Yeah, you did. I completely agree with you. You got to wait to the right moment.
We are being told that this man is the future. This man is the next big thing. This man is the new Paul Heyman guy. And he is being hyped with verbiage. He is being hyped with promotion. He is being hyped by the human hype machine that is Paul Heyman. And then when his entrance comes, he just walks out, dare I say, like a schlub?
Yeah, like a dude.
I hate when people say that something's going to be great and then it's okay. I wish that he would just say, like, oh, here's this guy, and then we could be like, oh, he's good.
I take that philosophy when I pick up girls all the time. Terrible in the bedroom, terrible. And then it's all good.
Didn't work with me, though.
You never had the opportunity. No, what I was going to say, though, is so Axel just comes on out. He's got this music that has about a 10-second little intro, and then it hits the final hit with the remake of Mr. Perfect's music. So you would think as the lights draw down, he would milk this. He would milk the anticipation and suspense.
Oh, just like that.
Party foul.
Lights drop. Someone will come in, I'm assuming. And then he should make his entrance. But I think if you're listening, WWE and WWE Universe, he needs to delay his entrance before he walks out until the kick-in and let that 10-second intro just marinate.
Cowboy.
Like your desk is.
I think that's what happened. He says, you, John Cena, Paul Heyman says, you, John Cena, are a fighting champion. So tonight, for the first time ever, we would like to see WWE Champion John Cena take on future WWE Champion Curtis Axel. And there's an exchange. I wrote, my notes are pretty lackluster tonight.
Oh, I was worried that you spilled the champagne on your notes. I was like, well, we're screwed.
No, so Cena
Good night,
says,
everybody.
Cena says,
Smiley's last show. We're just going to cut it an hour.
Cena says to Axel, you know, I saw you last week. I saw you and you got guts. But I got to tell you something. You have to stay away from Heyman. Because he's full of more crap than the stables here at the Stampede. That's a Calgary Stampede reference, the stock show kind of thing going on. And then, I want to say McGillicuddy. Then Axel gets on the mic and he says, we didn't ask for your opinion. We came looking for a fight.
Yeah.
And the Cena kind of says, you got it, and he gives him the match.
Yeah.
One thing I had a problem with Axel's entrance, like it was, I thought his music sounded a little different this week. Now both of y'all were saying, no,
I thought it was the
crazy.
same, but I could be wrong.
So any guys out there, why don't you hit me up on Twitter and let me know if I'm crazy or if there's a little slight differences to it. It sounds like it was progressively pulling back away from the Mr. Perfect horns.
Curtis Love got you feeling so crazy right now. His love's got you shot. It's not gonna yeah, I am not here today. Yeah, I'm a little out of it.
Oh, a little champagne.
Yeah, a little
Are
champagne.
you like,
Drank a lot
It's
last
not. It
night,
has
too.
nothing
you need
to do
to
with the
wipe away
champagne.
the tears before you start reading again.
It has nothing to do with the champagne. It is a rough.
All right, let's get to the
Alberto
the
Del
match
Rio
here.
versus
Yeah.
Big E Langston, and the message coming out of this is one. There's a question. What's big, wet, slick, and black? It's Big E Langston. He was greased up tonight.
People were calling him Big D.
He was greased up, man. He was big, wet, slick, and black. He was freaking awesome tonight.
He looked great. Like, I mean, we were watching him going, wow, he really is good. Technically, he's very good.
He takes bumps like a champ. He sells like a champ.
Everything's right. I mean, I technically I can't cut him down at all.
Crisp and exciting. Beautiful drop kicks by ADR. Beautiful bump over the rope by Big E Langston. And then Alberto Del Rio hit a phenomenal dive. Tope Suicida. That you can give him credit for a beautiful dive, and then you could give Big E Langston credit for a beautiful sell. It just looked awesome. I mean, this match was crisp.
Yeah,
Big E was on fire. Alberto was good. AJ looked great tonight.
Big E's, I think, the real deal. Big E's got a lot of personality, and his in-ring work is very good.
You could continue to talk about Big E and his low-cut singlet, and I'm going to talk about the way that AJ had a new cut to her T-shirt, and she looked leaner than she's been looking. She looked very petite.
Did she?
Her stomach was
She is very petite.
Her stomach was very taut.
Kofi looked like that tonight, too.
Kofi definitely looked leaner.
Maybe they're on the same diet.
Maybe they're rocking some paleo.
Oh, paleo, yeah.
The warrior diet. We find out that Ziggler is on the app right now, and he was giving his opinions of what's going on, and he's talking about more Big E beatings.
Yeah, Big E beatdowns.
Speaking of on the app, they had a post show tonight.
Yeah, I can never get the app to work for me. Like, all that stuff that they say is going live, it never works. I'm like, why?
I think that's what Cathy was saying, too. Like, 'cause she was like, how do you watch stuff on it?
Yeah, I was trying to watch it to compare.
Maybe they need to run a few more commercials during the Raw episodes to show us how it works.
People would love that.
There was a sign I liked during the match at this point. Someone had a sign that said he called in sick with an arrow of the guy sitting next to him.
That was awesome. It'll be funny. Watch, there's going to be a story in Yahoo News about how this guy got fired. Guy gets fired from going to the Raw because jerk friend makes a sign. Thanks.
There was a sign that said, like, make Ambrose a champ.
He's already.
I know. I didn't get it.
Silly Canadians.
They must have made it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Silly Canadians.
He's like, well, I made it. Was it fancy or was it just kind of?
It was pretty done up. It was.
He's like, well, I gotta bring it now.
Yeah.
None of you guys know that reference.
Oh. Are you doing Arrested Development thing?
No.
That's what I was doing too.
It has a Canadian reference. It's from Strange Brew.
I'm not a big Strange Brew fan, believe it or not.
It's too young for. Too old for you guys.
All my friends were big Strange Brew fans. I never got it.
Is that the Rick Moranis show?
Yeah. It's kind of a cult. Has a cult following.
Yeah.
Kids in Hall. Hello.
Del Rio hits a beautiful kick to the face of Big E, shoots the half, not enough. Big E able to get control back. Straps come down. Goes for Del Rio. Del Rio hits a single arm DDT, trying to set up the cross arm breaker. AJ comes up to the apron and actually takes off the turnbuckle pad at this point.
Referee didn't like that very much.
Referee didn't like it. Reprimands her, tells her she's got to get down, tries to fix it, but doesn't have time as he's working on it. Alberto Del Rio hits the cross arm breaker on Big E Langston. Big E Langston uses his strength and power to muscle up and over Alberto Del Rio, and as he lifts him up over his head, Alberto Del Rio hops up over, landing on his feet, pushes Big E Langston into the exposed turnbuckle corner, crashes Big E Langston's head into said exposed turnbuckle, and then the roll-up. Was it a roll-up, or did he hit the cross arm breaker at that point? I don't even know. It was a roll-up.
Yeah, it was
roll-up. Alberto Del Rio wins.
Yes.
And post-match, AJ and Big E Langston show some dissension and get into it with a little argument where AJ says, I was trying to help. But she didn't help.
No.
She caused Big E Langston to lose.
And I like that Big E didn't, they didn't have this big blow up or whatever. Big E just kind of was angry and just walked off.
He went with the flow, baby. He understood
I liked it. It was
sometimes
good.
it's just,
is this a face turn?
Yes, most definitely.
Sometimes
which needs to happen.
Sometimes you lose, and sometimes you transition and get ready to go face so you can challenge your former friend, the current the current world heavyweight champion, Dolph Ziggler. And I think we're going to see Dolph versus Big E for not only the WWE Championship, but I think AJ is going to be on the line in some weird little fashion.
Who do you think she'll side with, though?
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
My Little
Ziggles.
Pony, My Little Pony. Dun, dun, dun,
What's
dun.
happened to did they ever resolve the Caitlyn Secret Admirer that we didn't hear anything about?
Nothing
that
this week.
did we?
I think we may.
Did they do anything on Friday with it? I didn't see it. I just
AJ
saw a
and
part of
Caitlyn
it.
got into it on
Maybe
Friday.
it will be
That's it.
dissolved.
I still think it should be Biggie.
Biggie Langston.
That'd be cool to have
Biggie
Biggie and
and
Caitlyn
Caitlyn
versus AJ and Dolph.
The power couple, the powerlifting couple.
God, that's a lot of meat in the ring right
Yeah.
there.
Team Power Thighs.
Yeah.
TPT. Team Hell No has a little promo in the back, and Kane's telling Daniel Bryan that you need to stop with this weak link obsession, because Daniel Bryan is worried that he is becoming and being considered the weak link of Team Hell No. He is frustrated. He is frazzled. And Kane's saying, you need to chill, man. You need to take it down a notch. There is no such thing as a weak link in our team. And then the excellence of execution. Calgary's own Bret the Hitman Hart. The best there was.
The best there is. The best there was.
And ever will be.
There you
Comes
go.
in looking very raggedly old.
Yeah.
You'd think he would have dyed his hair.
Him and Sean both looked a little bit old
jeez.
tonight.
It's showing some. I mean, it's a little depressing.
Brett hasn't been the same since his stroke.
That's true.
It's true.
That's very true.
It's true. Bret Hart says, take it easy, man, because you guys are the best tag team I've ever seen. And Daniel Bryan's like, thanks, Bret, but I got to ask you a question. You know, you were the smaller guy in the Hart Foundation tag team, so did anyone ever consider you to be the weakest link? And then Bret Hart tells him that tough has nothing to do with size, Daniel Bryan. Why he, not me? That's best. I don't know what my notes mean today.
Yeah.
Why he, not me? What is that supposed to mean, Ryan?
No, I don't remember.
It's a good thing this is the end, because this could have been everyone saying Smiley was the S's tonight.
Yeah.
But you said, Daniel, you're good. You're good. You're good. And I'm proud of you.
And then Kane and Daniel had a final conversation where Kane says, well, how come he can tell you the same thing, but it's everything I just told you and you wouldn't listen to me? And Daniel Bryan's like, well, look, listen, that's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You telling me, man, you're just Kane.
How dare you?
How
Kane.
dare he? U.S. Championship on the line. Dean Ambrose taking on Kofi Kingston. And Kofi Kingston was hot in this match,
Yeah.
man. They
Yeah, he
clicked
was.
tonight, and he was crisp and on fire and precise and efficient. And everything that Kofi Kingston did was just beautiful tonight.
He's always good.
It was better than
I feel
normal,
like
though.
I know, but like every single week we always say that he's like on, and this week, I mean, he was, but he's consistently good. Like I feel like he
Absolutely.
keeps getting better. And
Yeah, Kofi's great.
These two have been wrestling constantly, like multiple times. Every
Yeah,
week
this is
for
like the
weeks now.
third time in the last week that
He's-
they've wrestled, at least on
Yeah,
TV.
He's wrestled in more than
and who
like,
knows
Miz or Dolph.
I'm sure they wrestled on house shows this weekend too. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm sure they
But
did.
they were looking hot.
Beautiful moment in this match when Dean Ambrose was able to sweep the leg frontways of Kofi Kingston on the apron. Kofi's face
yeah.
hitting the outside of the apron. It set up the finish.
almost into the steps. Like it was right at the
Steps,
steps.
corner apron, but
right
just
there.
Kofi
I mean,
sold
it was
that
right-
like
yeah.
a MFer, and it was just fantastic. And it was actually dazed him so much and confused him so much that it was able to be the setup for Dean Ambrose's finish, which you said they were saying something about justice.
He screams justice right before he
So
does
I
it.
am now going to name the move Justice Denied.
Nice. Kofi takes that
I
really
would've
well too.
I would have gone like justice for. Oh no, that's too.
Justice Dean.
And the way
Hyde.
at least Kofi was taking that, he really like javelins. You know, he goes down, his
Javelins
head's
his
up, his feet are straight up in the air. It's
looks a
a
lot
lot of
better than-
pressure on the neck.
Cathy Kelley, what's going on in the chat roll right now?
they are talking about who is potentially going to be the next host.
Uh-oh. How many people are in
They
the chat
want
roll?
Ryder to be the host.
Zack
Zack
Ryder?
Ryder? Awesome. I don't think Zack Ryder would be very happy.
he's
That means
been-
he would be cut.
He's
but-
been teasing stuff on YouTube, so they're like, maybe it's Ryder. And I'm
that's
like, you
phenomenal.
guys caught us. You guys spilled
Totally.
the beans before we were able to.
We made a trade with WWE.
Woo, woo,
Zack-
woo.
We've made a trade. Zack
know
Ryder's coming
it.
to us.
It's going to be Ryder and Belding at this side of the table?
Yep.
Yeah.
I said Belding for host.
How many people are in the chat roll right now?
148.
Whoa! And I'm having a terrible episode.
Yeah. Look at you.
What are they going to do, fire you?
We tried to do a promo of Smiley getting fired, and then he told everyone he was quitting and leaving like a week before we were going to air it.
I did.
So
do we have it? Do we want to
I have it on my phone.
Can we text Steven and you can throw that up?
I don't know if it'll get up in time. Maybe we'll like post it on. You can post it on your YouTube.
Post it on something.
Kathy hit me in the face with cupcakes.
Which is kind of funny because if we had uploaded that,
It
then they would have,
It would have matched today's
stolen
little
another
segment.
gimmick of ours.
But this match, when it ended, started the commencement of the following because it went right into the tag team championship of Team Hell No versus the
Shield was some good airtime tonight.
Long time, almost an hour.
And last week as well.
And at this point,
I mean, they're golden. They can have that much airtime.
Yeah, but for new guys, I mean, they've only been on the roster six months or so.
Yeah.
It was November, so.
I was a huge fan of a sign I saw in the crowd during this match.
Which one?
Brian fears Alberta beef. Apparently they're proud of their meat supply. Obviously, Calgary known for the stock show and the stampede and cattle and livestock.
Where's the beef?
And Daniel being a vegan,
well, he had to stop, right?
He fears the Alberta beef.
He had a soy allergy, didn't he?
I'm sure he's still vegetarian. I think he's still
he's not a vegan anymore.
And I think he still practices being a vegan. He just can't practice it on the road was the issue because he can't eat the soy, so it's too hard to find vegan foods.
Yeah,
unless he's in LA.
Yeah.
SummerSlam, he will be good.
I'm going to be a little upset about Orlando. I'm going to be losing out on organic produce. All the organic is shipped from California.
Have you announced that you're going to Orlando yet on the show?
Well, he's going to Disney World. He's the last one. He's now that he's retired, he wants to be like Ric Flair. He's going to go ride Space Mountain, even though we have a Space Mountain here, and he's got to go to Orlando. No, it's actually Orlando.
It technically
Space Mountain's better in Orlando.
It technically is public, as I switched my Facebook employer status.
I've been trying to be coy on chat roll, and everyone, like, someone will be like, where's Smiley going? And then 12 people will answer before I'm like, well, you'll find out on the show later.
Did you actually officially change your employer status?
Yeah.
I did, and not only that, after I did that, it actually made the rounds on a lot of the dirt sites and became a story.
Oh, here we go. I see it. Oh.
Smiley, very powerful man.
It's facebook.com/IamSmiley if you'd like to
look.
Should
we just announce it right now?
We'll get into it later. We'll get into it later.
What is that?
What is this guy doing?
You're blocking my shot.
This is not our best episode.
Pull it out a little bit more.
That's what she said.
A little bit more. Right there.
Team Hell No was able to hit a beautiful heart attack in this match.
I just showed them the Facebook status.
Well, this just ruins everything.
We're talking about it. I say ruins everything.
Team Hell No hits a beautiful heart attack in this match, and then we get the ticker tape on the bottom of the screen where Zeb Coulter is tweeting in some comments, and he asks, well, do Canadians even have veterans?
They don't go to war.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, dude.
Often. Not often, like
World War II. Dude, the Canadians are crazy warriors. Yeah, no, well, it's funny is having done a lot of History Channel stuff. I have a lot of friends that are reenactors, and I have friends that do a lot of Canadian World War II stuff, and they swear the Canadians are the badasses. Yeah, I didn't know, but yeah.
They had an awesome group called like the Hellhounds or something.
Yeah, something like that. There's something crazy. Yeah, the Canadians were badasses.
If you ever really need to be protected, you can be protected by the Mountie, Jacques Rougeau.
Ooh, yes.
It's one of Canadians' best law enforcement.
Who was his tag team partner when they not when he was the Rougeau brothers?
No, it was Raymond is the Rougeaus.
Yeah, but then there was like when he was in the Mounties, they had like
he did have a second Canadian Mountie.
Yeah,
who was it?
There was a second Canadian Mountie.
Ask the chat roll who was the second Mountie with the Mountie.
Yeah, and what was the name of the tag team? I can't remember.
I want to ask that in chat roll.
Well, someone will. They're listening, so they know.
Daniel Bryan with the master of the hot tag, man.
Yes, we've been talking about that the last couple weeks. His hot tags are better than anybody else. Like the place goes nuts.
They may call CM Punk the title. And man, if we look back at my history from like 2003 to 2010, when I did public interviews, I used to call Daniel Bryan overrated a lot because he was always considered the best back then. I used to say the guy is phenomenal and he's incredibly talented. And I wouldn't take away his talents, but he was kind of boring. But he was a boring guy.
He was boring to me.
This guy in WWE over the last few years has legitimately become the best in the world. A chameleon who is able to adapt to every single style he is put in the ring with.
Yeah,
this guy is amazing.
And to tap it off, like him and Seth Rollins together, I could watch them do an Iron Man match like every week. These guys click so well.
German suplex.
Oh my God!
Took his head off.
Flipped Seth Rollins completely
inside out,
over 360 degrees inside out, and then if that wasn't enough, followed it off with the huge double kick to the face, and then the yes kicks. This guy, I mean, he fires this crowd up.
Oh, the minute that hot tag comes in, he's just on fire. I have never seen anyone like that. He might be the best hot tag I've ever seen.
No one in WWE gets reactions like that.
And it might be the best hot tag I've ever seen.
Someone said in chat that they think that Bryan and Rollins should wrestle every single Monday.
It'd be pretty cool, actually. I think it's pretty good.
Best out of 7 series the next 7 weeks.
I'm getting to that, Josh. I'm getting to that right now. Because Seth Rollins kind of wanted to throw
Jacques and Pierre, sorry.
Yeah, Pierre Ouellet.
Oh, okay.
Who became the pirate guy?
Oh, I don't remember that. I think I was in the mountains of New Hampshire at that point.
He became the pirate with Katie Lee. No, that was Paul Burchill. Never mind.
That was Paul Burchill, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm off.
And that was years later.
Yeah, I'm way off. What was I gonna say?
Indian
Rollins.
Yeah.
Adding insult to injury, tries to steal Daniel Bryan's move, puts him in La Tapatia. I love how they call it the surfboard, because that's not a surfboard.
Oh, I thought it was an Indian surfboard.
Could be an Indian. It's. I've always known it as La Tapatia.
West Coast.
Yeah, so we have the Spanish influence.
Yeah.
So it's what Joey Styles used to call it when Tajiri would do it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he's got his legs hooked. He's being bent. And then Daniel Bryan hits a sit-up, demonstrating tremendous core strength.
Yeah.
Counters.
The one thing I would say is, how does he do that if he was supposedly trying to pull his hands down? He obviously
got his arms free.
How?
He gets himself up, and as he gets up on his feet, Roman Reigns comes following with a sick and aggressive and destructive shoulder tackle spear-like takedown that was boom. I mean, it was.
I mean, that looked more devastating than the spear.
Roman does it for me, man.
Roman's amazing.
These two guys.
He had a couple of moments of exposure tonight when he was throwing some kicks.
It still looks so good, though. Like, there are so many times when it looks like he's about to break his neck and die.
He likes to yell when he hits. He likes to let out the growls. I like it.
Yeah, he's hands down the most improved out of the Shield.
Daniel Bryan is explosive best in the world. My notes are
because he was the most green, but
how did I take such awful notes compared to what I normally do today?
I don't know.
Kane ends up giving the boots to Rollins. Daniel Bryan and Kane start to argue because Kane's saying to Daniel, "Get up on the outside. You're not the legal man. You got to be out there." And Daniel wants to continue his attack, and so Daniel goes for the flying knee off the apron onto Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns catches him and spears him to the ground on the outside in a phenomenal spot. Reigns then goes again. Rollins then hits the springboard knee on Kane.
Kane kind of stood there for a while.
And that was the finish.
Yeah.
The Shield with the win. 2 wins, 3 championships, 3 men. Destructive force, unstoppable. The Shield has dominated since they have entered.
Yes,
so
they have.
The WWE.
Amazing.
Who will stop them?
Clum,
Dun, dun,
Showtime,
dun.
and Fatal Attraction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no more.
You want to fight? Which one would you want to fight? Who do you got a better chance against, Kathy?
I could take all 3 of them.
At the same time?
He's so tough. He's so tough, yo.
That could be taken really wrong.
I could. Once again, filthy mind, Cathy Kelley.
Filthy.
That was completely innocent. There was nothing wrong with that.
Didn't even cross my mind that way until you made the comment.
every
Steven
time
in the back was laughing, and I was like, okay.
During that match, we came to the end of the first hour of the broadcast, which makes me remind you all that if you love what we do here at AfterBuzz TV, you should head on over to iTunes, where you can search the keyword AfterBuzz TV, and you could subscribe to this show, as well as any of our other shows we do. If you love wrestling, you got Monday Night Raw, you got Main Event, you got SmackDown, and then we also have every sitcom and drama show you could imagine. We have some of the top after shows out there, including Scandal, which actually made the ABC News. We are on fire. AfterBuzz TV. Rate, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend, yo.
Yeah. Tell 2.
Hello.
3.
4.
I am awesome!
All right, our Raw active poll, the most interesting one we've ever had here.
Should The Miz be A, a ring announcer, B, a commentator, or C, a referee for the match between Wade Barrett and Fandango?
Or D, should it be a fan and just sit in the audience?
Get in a
Weird.
fight with someone.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, yeah. When did that
Weird.
fight happen?
Weird.
At the very end.
Was that at the very end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Weird. Weird.
F you and your
poll.
flash poll.
Very weird poll.
I
you
was
knew he
quoting
was gonna get the
Jericho.
referee.
I know you were. I was trying to think of how to interpret that dirtier, but it didn't work.
I really wish they didn't vote for referee. 'cause
Maybe
you
I
know
can, at
that's
the
what
end of
they
the
thought it was
broadcast,
gonna
give
be.
the audience a bit of my flash poll. I'm out of control. I am out of control tonight.
Yes, you
That was
are.
awful.
That was terrible. My humor is no good. This match didn't do it for me tonight. Wade, Fandango.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a heel versus heel. But
85% of the
Miz.
people did choose The Miz as the referee, though, for this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
Unless
it was.
that was
I wish it
ring.
was the ring announcer or something they would never have
Retarded.
expected. Stupid. Yeah.
I can't use that word. I guess that would be,
Yeah, you're not supposed to use that. It's
I mean,
very
he's done
difficult not to use that
commentating
word, but-
before.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, those are the
Guest
two.
ring
those are the
announcer's
two
so
that they
mean-
wanted
it's so
to-
meaningless
it's so
that it would've been the
meaningless.
best.
That's the one that would have been funny.
Yeah.
Because he had no impact on the match
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no impact.
But he is the referee, and Wade throws the Miz. Miz then hits a skull-crushing finale on Wade Barrett.
Yeah, and actually, Wade should have been disqualified at that moment.
Yeah, he definitely should have been.
referee's call, though.
But I think in the end they didn't disqualify him because he
Yeah,
was
it's
going to
the
get
ref-
rolled up and pinned anyways
course,
by
of course.
Fandango.
Yeah.
By the Fandango.
It's okay.
And then when the match was over, as Fandango gets the win, Miz ends up kicking him, and Summer Rae falls on top of
Yeah.
him. Awkwardly.
Awkwardly.
And apparently Miz counts a 3 count, and Summer Rae has defeated the Miz.
Yeah.
So apparently Summer Rae is awesome now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you say she defeated the Miz, or
Yeah,
she
he meant
defeated
Fandango.
Fandango?
She did defeat Fandango.
Yes.
People wanted
Yeah,
to
that
talk
made more
about.
sense. So she's no longer awesome, I guess.
No.
People wanted to talk about Summer Rae's legs in chat roller.
Summer Rae looked beautiful in
Yeah,
her
she
dress
looked
today.
great.
Legs for
She did.
days.
And I
And
think
her
she's here for
stomach
this.
was exposed.
I think she's here to stay now. Now that she's
Full
now that she's looked good,
I
and this
love
other
my
girl's.
girl.
Yeah, but she's part time. She's in college. You know.
She's so good.
Classes are done.
She's great, but finals
finals are
I
done.
love her.
Right? Did she finish
should bring her
finals?
to
Yeah, but she
NXT.
probably has to go back to school, and it just becomes a bit of a
I think-
logistical
I
pain in the
think what
butt.
happened is Summer did a good
Better job.
And she's on the roster
I
already.
wouldn't say a better job. I think that my girl did an
No, a
amazing-
better job than she was doing before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just that, they brought the girl back, and then the fans
Right.
really wanted that, but then it was like, okay, we can
The
use
fact
Summer
is,
anyways.
Summer became passable, and she's already on the roster. She's already traveling. She's
People
already.
love Summer.
It's when you bring the other girl, and it's more. I mean, we don't get into the money, but the money situation is still a business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a budget, and it's more expensive to fly the girl in to then pay her when you already are have Summer there.
Yeah.
So-
I think if they had never changed up, after they had her, they kept her the entire time, it would have worked, but
Yeah, but I mean, obviously she couldn't.
Gonna miss that insight.
Yeah. Finals and stuff like that. I mean, I just know from a logistical point, if you're looking at that, well, we got to fly her in. She's going to school, but we've got Summer here. Just go with Summer. It's too much of a pain in the butt to bring her in every time.
Yeah,
We
and
like her
Summer-
very much, but just logistically, it's more difficult. So let's use the girl we have, and she's fine now.
they're still talking about Summer's legs.
So they'll
Can
be
we
talking
compare?
about
Let's
all
check
of
out
next
Cathy's
week.
legs. Let's do a comparison.
No, you don't want to.
Kathy's not down with that.
Our engineer made the camera.
We have a
too
dance
tight
cam,
to-
Kathy,
It's
if you really
okay.
wanted to.
Dance cam.
You want to show some Fandango dance moves?
Maybe next week.
Oh, and you're not here.
Look at you stabbing and twisting.
I think
I gotta keep the viewership
Wait, there's a
up.
dance
You're
cam. I think
leaving, so you're gonna take
I think you
everyone
and
with
Kathy
you.
should have a last
the
dance.
stealer of souls.
I think you should have a last dance on the dance cam.
Kathy
Or
won't,
a first dance.
A first and a last dance.
Kathy won't partake in my tango.
No, I know she won't. That's terrible.
John Cena in the back.
Summer Rae dated Lawler. Sorry.
No way.
No.
3 people said that in chat.
I can't believe that.
I'm googling, or I'm gonna Bing it right now.
My ex-girlfriend was his. There was a rumor that she
And then
had been
Summer-
with Lawler as well, and that was untrue.
And then someone said Lawler would never date Summer Rae. She's too old.
Oh my God.
Terrible. John Cena in the back with Hall of Famer Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, who's sporting a big thick beard. He's hunting away. He's got a TV show. He's not doing it for me these days either. It's okay, you know. What are you gonna do?
You know,
No man.
enjoying retirement.
At least he looks healthier than he's looked before. He was getting really unhealthy and skinny for a while last year.
Yeah, he's got some size.
He was starting to look like Skeletor with sunken cheeks. Now he actually looks healthy.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago, right? He was wearing his wife beater on the show with him and Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Hey, he looked good. He's filling up.
Tons of funk in the ring with their triple threat tag team partner, the Great Khali, the Maharaja of Funk.
I like these guys matched up. I think it's kind of funny.
And they're taking on the 3-man band. And we find out in the back that there was something that set this up because it's Natalia's birthday going on.
Yeah.
And so Horny and Khali got her a cake, and all the guys were in the back gathering. And then the 3-man band came in to bust up the party, and they threw the cake all over poor little Hornswoggle.
No. Heath Slater just asked, hey, can we get some cake? And they went, no, this is a private party. And they went, well, rock your face. And then shoved it right into Hornswoggle's face. But, you know, hey, why?
All they wanted was some cake.
No.
Give him a piece of cake.
Give him some cake.
What's wrong with that?
If we're talking about cake, can we rock some
3-man band wants cake. 3-man band gets cake.
I think we should do some cupcakes.
See
right
to the
now.
Kizze got some cupcakes made for today's special occasion.
Oh, yeah.
And they look beautiful with blue frosting.
Somebody ate
And
one.
the fact that she finds time to do this when she's working at midnight.
I
on a
mean, she
Saturday or Sunday
slaves
night, it's
over
awesome.
job after job after job. Oh. Is there a particular one you'd like me to grab? Are you sure? Yeah. Would you like me to go with the icing one or the one with the pearl little candies?
Good for the pearls.
Diamonds and pearls. Would you be a happy boy or a girl? Not a Prince.
Karaoke night tonight.
Prince fan. I'm a Prince fan. Which one should I go with?
Any of them. Someone ate one of the money ones.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, I think it's. I can't believe someone ate one of them already.
Money. I'm gonna go with the purple because I'm a purple fan.
Okay. They were supposed to be tie-dye. Didn't work out that well.
Big Splash by Brodus Clay for the finish. And that's that. How exciting do we got going on? I have extensive notes tonight.
This was, this Raw was
This was pretty. Yeah, look, it says, "Yay! Smiley's leaving! Yay!"
No. Yay on your new job that we don't know what it is yet, except Clum told everyone.
I didn't tell everyone. He posted it.
Everyone told everyone.
I posted. Y2J in the highlight reel with Paul Heyman, who is known as the Walrus, Cuckoo Cachoo, also known as the Genius, the Evil Genius. And essentially, Y2J says to Paul, you have an uncanny knack for aligning yourself with tremendous talent. And Paul Heyman says, no, I don't just align myself with tremendous talent. I actually discover and develop tremendous talent, such as you, Mr. Jericho. Because Heyman was one that gave Chris Jericho his big break in ECW back in the day. And Chris Jericho says to Mr. Heyman, well, that is true, Paul Heyman, and you still owe me money. So Heyman had a quick response to that. He said, well, yes, that is true, and that is why I waived my fee to be here on the highlight reel tonight.
Today I learned Paul Heyman owes wrestlers.
Heyman owes a lot of money to a lot of wrestlers. Essentially, at the end of ECW, a lot of these guys were on some six-figure deals, but there was no money to pay said six-figure deals. So a lot of these guys were getting told, oh, you get paid next week, and months would go by next week, and after a few months of not getting paid, it starts to add up. And this is when they had their TV deal on TNN and all that.
And you're doing ECW style fighting. That's insane.
Absolutely.
TNN.
The Nashville Network.
Nashville Network.
It became Spike.
Which became
Spike.
It actually was the Nashville Network, which became the National Network, which then became Spike.
Then became the new TNN. Yeah, there was the new. They weren't even calling it the National. They were just calling it the new TNN for a while, and then Spike. Yeah.
Chris Jericho says, I don't want to talk about Curtis Axel, and I don't want to talk about your other, I want to talk about your other client. And Heyman comes in, Brock Lesnar, national NCAA champion, blah, 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 blah. And Jericho cuts him off and he says, no. Blah, 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 blah. That's actually what he said.
Yep.
He was talking about CM Punk because he says, blah, 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 blah. Where is CM Punk? Where? While this was going on about the money thing, great sign in the crowd just where that line came up of owing money. Guy in the crowd had a sign that says, I was a Heyman guy once and I still haven't gotten paid.
Yeah. and we should bring up where Punk really was when he keeps saying, oh, he's at home in Chicago.
Yeah, they're saying he's home in Chicago, Illinois. The pay-per-view Payback is taking place from Chicago, Illinois.
He's right down the road.
He was here in Los Angeles at the Dodgers game. Dodgers game.
How did we not get him here?
Dodgers game. Blah, 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 blah. Best in the world. There's a dispute going on. Essentially, Chris Jericho challenges CM Punk to a match at the pay-per-view in CM Punk's hometown. My hometown, Chicago, Illinois. Kathy's hometown.
Hometown.
We're going to get Payback. Y2J says, tell Punk after Payback, he will never be the same again.
And yeah, he kept threatening to call himself best in the world, and Paul Heyman was like, "Please don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that. All right."
I'm very sensitive about that.
Yeah.
But Jericho
says, he's not here.
But Jericho says, "I am the best in the world at what I do."
Mm-hmm. I hate this. I don't want Punk to be gone for weeks on end. I mean, he's been gone for 6 weeks now. I don't want him to come in a planned event. I want CM Punk to crash the party and come uninvited and to be huge. I hope.
I actually thought the music was going to hit tonight.
Oh, you thought
especially during the birthday. Like, it's always best when someone's birthday is being.
Oh, we didn't talk about Khali singing "Happy Birthday" to Natalia.
Oh, that's true.
No,
someone asked in chat roll who was singing better, Khali or the Bellas tonight.
Oh, the Bellas sound like birds.
Khali is amazing.
Cupcake in my mouth makes me sound like Khali.
Oh, you do sound like Khali.
Happy birthday to Natalia. Happy birthday to you.
He's such a great boyfriend to Natalia.
She gave him a kiss.
So sweet.
Caitlyn and Natalia taking on the Bella twins. Nikki and Brie. Caitlyn accidentally spears Natalia during the match. That's what set up the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
Bella's
notice
got out of the way.
that one of the Bellas, I don't know which it was, and Caitlyn fell off the ring at one point? Like, I don't think intentionally.
There was something that was supposed to, they were on the outside. It looks like they were going to fight on the actual apron, and she just fell off.
Caitlyn just fell off.
Yeah, that's right.
It looked good, but I don't think it was intentional.
Matchup was actually pretty good in this one. Nothing that stands out is
No, it was okay.
I'm glad that they're having more Divas matches more frequently.
Yeah, we got a lot of time last week, a little bit less this week, but still some exposure.
It seems like now that the Bellas are back, they're doing it more frequently.
Poor Natty gets
the shaft
on her birthday.
Why doesn't Kathy laugh at that line?
On her birthday in her hometown, she gets beat. She's totally gets called a loser and.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, loser! Yeah, that's poor thing, and she was crying.
It's her hometown.
Kathy laughed when she was crying.
Happy birthday, dear loser.
And I mean, it's not surprising. WWE does this weird thing when they're in your hometown. You always lose. You always lose.
They don't give you the win in your hometown.
No, they never do.
That's so weird.
It's very rare. It does happen on occasions, but usually, like when someone's at their hometown, they totally have to go job out.
You would think that would make their fans happier when they leave.
I don't know.
You would think.
Yeah, I have no idea what the reason is, but they always seem to do that to people.
Kurt Axel is in the back with the excellence of execution.
Curtis.
Excuse me, you're correct.
I wanted
Curtis
Kurt
Axel is in the back because it sounded like Kurt Angle, I think, is what they ended up saying.
Yeah, it was, and they made that decision last second because if you go back the last week, the Titantron on the first time he comes out says Kurt Axel, the second time it says Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
So they actually changed it mid-show.
So weird.
I mean, they changed the name right before the show, but the Titantron had not been fixed yet.
Bret Hart says, "Wow, you look a lot like your father," and I'm sitting there going, "He looks nothing like his father. Not a thing like his father."
His sister looks more like his father.
Dolph Ziggler looks like his father.
Yeah.
And then we get Randy Orton, where we get this is
Well,
interesting.
he tells him too, right? He says like, "Listen, you got to get away from Paul Heyman." He's like, "Get out of my face."
Get out of my face. Everyone in WWE likes to deal with the face.
Break your face.
Rock your
Break your face. Rock your face. Get out of my face.
I told someone to get out of my face this weekend, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
what'd you do this weekend?
I wrestled this weekend on Saturday up at Vendetta Underground.
Vendetta
And someone got, but I actually yelled at a whole crowd of people to shut their faces.
Shut your face.
Shut your faces.
Shut your face.
I was very angry.
Randy Orton heads to the ring for his matchup, which is going to be a tag team matchup. But when we come back from commercial, we don't see the entrance of his tag team partner. We see the teaser promo for the Bray Wyatt family.
Finally!
Yes.
The Eater of Worlds is coming.
This is
Awesome.
and the whole family looks like it's going to be there.
Family's
which is
coming
great.
up.
Bum bum bum.
I love that music.
The music's
Can
so
we
good.
have the Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family music?
Steven,
going?
can you look up Bray Wyatt theme song?
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt theme song.
They're not taking away his gimmick. They're not
Nope.
taking away the family.
And the
And they are
Family's in
bringing
there
up
'cause
the family. So
that
Bray
was the
is the
question.
star. Bray
Bray's
is
the
the star. So now he's got Luke Harper and Eric Rowan with him.
Yeah, Brody Lee from the Indies, and I think Eric Rowan was in the Indies as well, but I'm not sure what he was really doing.
This has some True Blood in it. It's definitely got
Oh,
the
I
True
love
Blood
this.
vibe.
That Louisiana.
Kind of a creepy promo.
It's
And he
so
comes out
like
talking
sick
to it.
promo.
He'll
He's
literally
supposed-
come out promoing to this music.
yeah,
which is great.
he's Waylon Mercy. He's Cape Fear. He's
There's a lot
cult
of-
leader. He's
a
lot of
little bit
Charles
of Charles Manson. Yeah.
He's David Koresh. It's so good.
Yeah.
And the people in the audience start doing
and
this
the
thing
crowd
now.
gets
They're doing this.
Yeah, the crowd starts waving at NXT and stuff.
So good.
I am
So good.
excited. And here's
am
what was
too.
awesome is later in the show, they show us the Twitter stream again, the ticker tape. And all of the WWE universe is excited about Bray Wyatt. And for those of you who don't know who you're looking at, this is the man that was once known as Husky Harris in NXT. I knew that guy was a superstar the first time I saw him in NXT.
Third generation
from the Rotunda
son
family.
Of Mike Rotunda, grandson of Blackjack Mulligan, right?
I believe you are correct, my
because
friend.
Rotundo is married to Barry Windham's sister, I think.
Kathy, those
Wow.
cupcakes were tremendous today.
Very good.
Yeah, this is awesome. So then we actually, after the promo, we find out we're coming. You know
It's
what's
actually Wyndham Rotunda is his name.
You know what's more exciting about the fact that he's coming to Raw?
What's that?
That means we probably have like 3 more weeks of sick vignettes to watch.
Oh,
yeah. That's such a
Yeah,
good one.
and it was the same style of vignette they were doing when they were introducing him in down at NXT, a little bit more extended. But
Rumor has it at this new job
were
I'm
those
going
the same?
to.
Were those the same vignettes that they did? Was it the same?
I think
vignette?
it's a new one, but same style.
Okay, I
Rumor
mean
has
maybe
it.
some of the same footage.
Rumor
but
has it at the new job I'm going
Yeah.
to take, I may be getting to produce some stuff
that
like
would be
that.
very exciting.
It would be. Mine won't air on TV. Mine would be more of the scratch versions to kind of create a picture in their minds.
Ah,
And then
give
they
them
would,
something
and
to
then they
look-
would
yeah.
send TV to go do it. But
gotcha.
that's Kathy's like, will you just say it already? I mean, just say the words.
I mean, the secret's out.
It's out. It's out. What was really, what's out was how weird the.
Funny how the black and gold kind of
What?
the colors of AfterBuzz are remind me of something.
Oh,
Your next
Oh,
Next might as be.
my next adventure.
Yeah.
Not
I
changing the
gotcha.
color palette.
So when we get back to the match after this Wyatt family tease, we get a weird entrance order because Randy Orton came out, and then Rhodes Scholars came out, and then Randy Orton's tag team partner Sheamus came out.
Yeah, very weird.
I don't think I've ever seen a tag team be split in an entrance with the heel.
No, it's
Now,
dumb.
didn't we have a commercial in between those?
Well, it was Randy Orton,
Then a commercial.
Bray Wyatt family, Rhodes Scholars.
But the Rhodes Scholars are already
And they were already out there. We didn't actually get
so
there.
maybe they
Rhodes
were
may have
already
been
out there.
before Randy.
They may have been before Randy.
So we had 3 tag team matches tonight.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah, this is SmackDown. Oh, no, that's wrong.
We had 3.
Did we have 3?
Yeah, we had the Divas match.
The
We
Hell
had
No, the Divas.
the Shield one.
Tons of funk.
4.
4.
4.
Shoot.
Yeah, because the Tongues of Funk was a 6-man.
Still
yeah.
tag.
This is a 6-man, but it was still tagged.
All right, we're still all right. That's not bad. Tag team division being formed. I saw an article on Bleacher Report today talking about the.
Did they just try to dismantle it?
Is that the one that said Samurai Del Sol?
Said Samurai Del Sol coming in. They should put him in the tag team division.
No.
I thought there was something
He's
wise.
an X-Ray Mysterio.
No, he is, and and then they talked about that they have WWE has a hard time finding that next Ray. It didn't work with Sin Cara, and they have a trouble. Samurai has a lot of personality.
He's way different than I don't think Mystico had the personality that Ray did.
No.
Samurai.
He may have Mystico and Sin Cara may have the abilities in the ring and the high flying.
And we've had the pleasure of seeing Samurai Del Sol.
Samurai Del Sol brings some personality to the place. I mean, the crowd starts chanting, he starts dancing, and he's shaking.
Yeah, it's
going to be interesting to see what happens. We have an influx of incredible.
Covers his face, but his personality comes through that mask.
Great
somehow.
looking mask, too.
Yeah, very cool
Even
mask.
cooler than Sin Cara's.
Yeah, it's almost
like a shark meets a samurai.
Yeah, it's got like some Asian influences almost, but he's a lucha, so it's really cool.
Tons of wrestlers, top indie wrestlers, rumored to be coming into the new program down in Orlando.
4 specifically, you had Samurai, and he was one of the 4. Now it sounds like that's official. Then as well,
Sean, the Hero Ricker.
Yeah, from out here, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, who's the best wrestler probably in Southern California right now.
Mike, my girlfriend is the former AfterBuzz TV host.
Mike Bennett used to host here. No, Mike Bennett actually used to sit in the seat.
He's going to be at NXT?
Mike
rumors.
Renner, yeah, no, Mike,
that's weird.
He's going through
rumors. He's
going through medical right now.
Testing right now.
Wasn't he in ROH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he signed with them a while ago.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, ROH...
The signing process takes like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, and the thing with ROH, even if you're under contract, will usually let you out of your contract for WWE. They will let you out even just to negotiate.
Okay.
So they're actually very good with that.
That's good.
Because WWE...
They understand that's what the guys are doing.
there were rumors that she was coming back to WWE, too.
That didn't work out with WrestleMania. It fell through.
Didn't think it did.
Yeah.
But then
there was one more
That's when the original rumors with Bennett came through. But then it was funny because with the Bennett stuff,
Sammy Callahan's
there were contrasting rumors saying that he wasn't going anywhere and Bennett was going to be at Ring of Honor for a long time. Like Ring of Honor actually sent a press release out saying that.
I've always heard good things about him.
Yeah,
that he's really good.
We'll see what happens, but
Sammy Callahan was the other one. Sammy
Callahan is tremendous talent from Dragon Gate and Evolve. You are seeing tons of indie guys. You are seeing the likes of Sami Zayn, a.k.a. El Generico, down in NXT.
Who debuted this week on NXT. Had 2 matches, went over twice. Once, who was the first person?
On Hawkins.
It was on Hawkins, and then he went over on Cesaro later in the show.
Cesaro, a top indie guy. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, top indie guys. Daniel Bryan, top indie guys. CM Punk, top indie guy. We are finally seeing the influence of indie wrestlers, because before these last 2 years or year even, it was hard to go pick a guy who made it from the indies. It was always self-made.
Punk and Bryan. Yeah, I mean, they were the few that were brought into the system. Brian Kendrick, I guess, would be another you would throw in there, and Paul London, but yeah, the WWE never really had the respect of the indie guys, and now, thanks to guys like Punk and Bryan, that's a viable place to go now.
Cody Rhodes had a hell of a tan in this match tonight.
Yeah, it was leaking all over his fingers too. They even
started to make fun of it on commentary.
Even commentary started bringing up how orange he was, and that it was that he was the same shade as Sheamus' hair.
And what were they saying? Were they calling him an orange burn? Or
he said he must have been out in the sun and got orange burn.
Yeah.
I made the comment right when he came in that he was very orange, and then it started going on commentary. Sheamus hits the white noise on Sandow. He gets pumped up. He circles the ring about 6 times. Finally hits the brogue kick for the 1, 2, 3.
Thank God they won.
Randy Orton, Sheamus get the win.
Worried about that.
Final matchup, main event of the evening. John Cena WWE Champion, taking on Curtis Axel.
The crowd was paying more attention to the fight, which seemed like it's going on in the crowd than this.
So how can I say this properly? How can I say this in a way that won't affect my future job?
Don't say it. I think that's probably the best way.
We have committed a lot of time and energy. I don't even know about a lot of time, but we have committed time and energy to the build and hype of one Curtis Axel.
Over the last 2 weeks, yes.
In 2 weeks' time now. I think we are going to need to do something aside from the Paul Heyman hype promos to really take him to the next level. The kid has the tools, the kid has the lineage, the kid has the heritage, has the legacy.
Yeah.
Now he needs to find that little spark inside of himself that will allow him to propel into that area of perfection that his father mastered. You know, it's as simple as the entrance, man.
Yeah.
Once again, in WWE, wrestling is inconsequential and the least important part of the equation. So when you go to an entrance that once again has a theme song that has a 10-second build and then the music hits, why would you walk out during the suspenseful part? Let the audience go, there he is!
Not everyone understands that.
Premature walking.
Premature.
You would think a guy that comes from a family like that would understand that.
Walking. You would think, but you would think, you know, any
kid. Premature axelation.
Yeah. But even like as a kid growing up, you know, you come up with your theme music, you build that in. Everybody knows the anticipation, like, okay, this is the point in the song when you come out.
When I come out, yeah.
Guys in the indies do that. I mean, I have a certain point in my theme song where I come out. There's a build, and then I come out through the curtains at a certain point.
Do you think somebody was yelling at him? Like, go out.
Here go a few times.
Could that have been a gorilla position thing?
Okay, there's a possibility.
Could that have been a situation, especially the first time.
The first time we said it because there seemed to be a quick pace. The second time, no. I think he's just coming out, man. I think they have 7 seconds available in their time. That we're not talking a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
We're talking an extra 7 seconds to milk a moment that will make it more meaningful, more memorable.
It's a 3-hour show. They can
afford 7 seconds.
They can milk it. Yeah. Jeez.
Josh.
What's going on?
What would Kyle say if you had an extra 7 seconds?
Thank you.
Or here's another thing you could do too, where you could have them come out earlier, but the lights is, you know, they bring those lights up. You know, bring the lights up when he's already standing out there. You know, it's dark. Boom, he's on stage.
So last week we brought up the Wade Barrett strobes for his new music, which now this week had "God Save the Queen," which is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, we didn't mention that earlier.
No, we didn't. What they need to do is, since they draw the lights down on the Curtis Axel, he needs smoke too. He needs to come through some smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the gospel of Smiley. It's accurate.
Testify.
Maybe someday someone will listen to you.
Back in
people already do.
Somewhat of a slow-paced matchup between Axel and Cena right here. Yeah. Cena able to come out and hit the 5 moves of doom at one point. And then the ambulance kicks in. We hear the sirens.
And that thing came in flying like a bat.
Siren, Cathy.
That came in flying like a bat out of hell. Like, wow, who's driving that thing?
It wasn't Ryback driving them.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was probably driving that.
Could have been, as it was driven with reckless abandon.
Are they giving him Stone Cold's gimmick? He's just going to start driving all the big vehicles.
That'd be cool.
Axel
did get a good perfect plex.
He did hit the perfect plex. He had a beautiful bridge. I will give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful bridge on the toes.
He hit the perfect flex. He also hit his dad's snap.
That one I didn't love. There was a little bit of 2 steps of mistimed footwork.
Yeah, and then the follow-up
that I didn't love.
A little bit weird. Yeah.
But Cena starts checking out the ambulance. He's looking in the passenger door. Maybe there's someone in there, and he opens the door, and he's like, "Whoa!" And then he goes around to the back, and he kind of lowers his level, and he's looking around, and he grabs both doors, and he's like. But there's no one there. And it's just as he's confused and he's walking around to the next door of the ambulance, boom, attacked from behind by the Ryback.
This is weird.
That's Ryback rules, baby. It was so predictable.
Yeah. And then they went up to the stage and like he pushes Cena off.
He pushed Cena off and he like barely fell and then just walks away.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was the end.
Yeah.
They teased like they were going to throw him through the LED light wall.
Yes.
I love that it's called the LED light wall now instead of the Titantron or whatever. The LED light wall. It should have been an LED light wall on a stick match or something.
Yeah.
Teased that they're going to go through. Yeah, he pushes Cena off the stage. Cena does the little flutter and roll, and then Ryback runs away. Weird.
Won't be able to do that in his lumberjack match.
No, that's the whole concept. Now that makes
there it
sense.
is.
There it is. Wow.
What was it? It was last week had an awesome Raw.
This wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
Oh,
terrible.
it was 2 weeks in a row that were
It was a bit ho-hum, but there was really nothing like to really complain. Like there wasn't any bad writing, there wasn't any really plot holes. It was just a bit ho-hum.
Ho-hum.
But there wasn't anything really wrong with it. It just wasn't a super exciting Raw.
I'm really looking forward to the next pay-per-view because that means that the Monday after will be really good.
Yeah, it's always a hot pay-per-view, or excuse me, it's always a hot Raw right after a pay-per-view. It's exciting.
I'm not all that excited about Payback. Actually, the pay-per-view I'm always look forward to is the next one. I think Money in the Bank is the following one after that, right?
Money in the
Bank is always
And then
good.
SummerSlam, right? Are we already there?
Oh my God, we are
SummerSlam's
almost
August.
there.
It's in August, yeah.
I think there's another one between Money in the Bank and
Where do
SummerSlam.
they
I
fit
think
it
you'll
all?
have.
That's too many.
June, July.
There's one a month usually.
There's one a
Yeah.
month, but August. We are
June,
2
July.
away from SummerSlam.
So we have 2 more, and then we have SummerSlam, right? June and July.
Is Money in the Bank July? I guess it is. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Time flies by.
When you're having fun.
Man, I am.
And we got
SummerSlam
locally here
You look
once
like you're
again.
having fun.
I'm trying to find something else. We lost a wrestler today.
Oh, Hector, last night.
Yeah.
Actually, I read that while I was at your party last night. Hector
Rest
Garza.
in peace to Hector Garza, a lucha influence from down south of the border.
Former TNA star.
TNA star. I believe even he was part of the LWO and WCW. I think he kind of came in for a little bit.
Yes, he was in WCW for a little bit.
MC Cigar tweeted me and messaged me saying, "Man, go out on a high note tonight. You're such a legend, mate." I don't know if I went out on a high note tonight. I don't think I did. This was not my best.
You've had a long week.
I've had a crazy week, man. This has been so.
I'm surprised you're even here, honestly.
So as we come to an end, I've had a lot of people ask me if I was going to come tonight because I didn't think so. In the end, I am actually moving on Wednesday because I am heading to Orlando to partake in my newest and latest journey as an associate producer for the WWE.
Congratulations.
Thank
The
you.
big announcement. Finally here.
It wasn't that was huge. It was done with such anticipation. Man, if only
I'm sure nobody figured that out.
If only Smiley would have listened to his own advice and built up some suspense and anticipation.
You put it on Facebook.
I did, because here's what happened was on Friday, I spoke to Human Resources and finalized all my paperwork. And I said to her when I was speaking to my lady on Human Resource, and I was like, "Can I ask you a stupid question?" She's like, "There's no stupid questions. Go ahead and ask." I was like, "No, this is a stupid question." And she's laughing, and she's like, "What's your question?" I was like, "So now that we've talked, when can I kind of update my Facebook employer status?" And she laughed, and she was like, "You're all good." She's like, "Go for it." So I went and I did it.
Awesome. Was it Friday that you put that up?
Yeah.
And it actually hit the dirt sheets? Who reported it?
Fans from SoCal, so immediately it went on to SoCal Uncensored.
Oh, it was on SoCal Uncensored?
And then all of a sudden
I gotta
from
look that
there it
up.
went to ProWrestling.net and a bunch of others. Can I read something special about my retirement match?
Yes.
I'm in a sentimental mode right now. Fan of mine, Chris Von Hype.
Oh, is it? I think I know what you're going to read. This is very sweet.
This is very sweet. He came to the MPW show where I lost my career to Bo Cooper, Brawlin' Bo, punk rock powerhouse. He said in May of 2001 at a Los Angeles comic book convention at the Shrine Auditorium, a 16-year-old kid still learning about the world of professional wrestling visited a booth dedicated to XPW in hopes of meeting one of his favorites, up-and-coming wrestler Ryan Katz, a.k.a. GQ Money. However, the kid was timid and shy and found himself unable to approach his hero in hopes of getting a photo. Still, the kid continued to watch and follow him through his career, be it as GQ Money, Rixelplix, Smiley, or Fabian Kalin. In May of 2013, the kid was lucky enough to witness the last match of one of his favorite wrestlers, and not only had a chance to meet his hero, but 12 years later, he got the photo he always wanted. Words cannot express how lucky I am to be that kid, and words cannot express how grateful I am to have been there for both the beginning and the end of GQ Money. Thank you for everything, Ryan. Speaking as a fan, witnessing the entire journey was my honor and my privilege.
I think that's a high note.
It's freaking amazing.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. Yeah.
So, my roommate also, last night at our little party, created a little video.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic.
A little tribute video. So a lot of you at AfterBuzz don't know essentially all of my little past background and highlights. So, because I figured I'd go out, you know, stroking my own ego.
Yeah, of course.
Stroke away.
Once again, Kathy's dirty mind working
No,
overtime.
that was totally Josh.
Working
you
overtime.
cannot blame me.
Grow up.
This is a little long, so we finished the broadcast. Like, there's a moment where it seems like it ends, and then it continues.
Oh yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, the life in times.
Are we gonna watch all 25 minutes of this?
25 minutes. Dun dun dun.
Who is Smiley? Is he an international print model on the front page of MSN.com? Or is he a voodoo master terrorizing the minds around the globe and then some? Is he a loving daddy to his little girl Kaylee? Is he a blue-collar redneck? Maybe. Or is he a champion of the squared circle?
Look at that belly.
Is he a motion capture artist who flies through the air with the greatest of ease?
I'm Rey Mysterio right there.
Or is he a TV host trying to book a gig? Book me, please. Oh, please. Or is he GQ Money? Is he a pumpkin carver? Is he a nationally recognized podcast personality?
It's Cathy Kelley.
Or is he a murderous psychomaniac? Is Smiley really just Ryan Katz, lovable and friendly?
Haynes classic.
Is he a ladies' man?
Raven's little
Or
sis,
is he
Trina
a
Michaels.
man's man?
Oh, is that Trina?
Does he do it Gangnam style? Is he a mentor and coach for a while?
That's my crew at the pit.
Or is he the eyes
That was
through
my
which
blind
some
student.
live their dreams?
Oh,
Does he hang out with international superstar Chris Jericho? Or by the time he gets his books and gives himself a look, is he at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by? Does he attend Hollywood movie premieres? Maybe he's the epitome of style with a smile. Does he know something you don't know? Or is he just Fabian Kalin, the voice of
right, that's it,
Wrestling
it came
Society X? Is he a wig master? And which wig is next? Does he enjoy a fresh margarita after a long day?
I do.
Frozen, not stirred. How long does he take to heal?
Look at that lump. Look at that lump.
Fatal
No, it's
attraction.
not. Is he a wizard? A wonderful wizard of smiles? Is he a representative? Better yet, an ambassador.
Headblade,
for
baby.
Headblade
Headblade.com. Put
styles?
GQ Money for 10% off.
Is he a weatherman? Or a rapper? Does
You
the
did weather
music
for
make him
KTLA?
feel so
I was in a
hot?
contest.
Maybe he's got
I lost
fast
to Jessica
cars,
Holmes. She's still
cigars,
there.
and pictures on the walls of bars as the agent to the stars. One thing's for sure, he's no meathead. Which one doesn't fit in? Although he stands 5'5", he carries himself with a presence as if he were 7'6".
It's 7'3", Albie.
Who knows who this ticking time bomb of charisma really is? But one thing is for sure, he always kept his eye on the prize. And he fights for his dreams. He stands high on mountaintops. He helps others achieve their
Buggy.
goals. Doesn't matter if you're a hobo, an underwear model, or a psychopath. He gets all dressed up and takes on all challenges. He's a friend to Diego, God rest his soul, as he shuts in heaven. He's a Brighton boy for life. He eats Asian. He always has a strategy.
It's a double-edged
He
hundred.
opens
That's
for
not
rap
accurate.
stars.
No.
At times, he was too broke for ice cream. But even then, the cream was in the dream.
My
A true
students-
dream maker. He is a champion of life. He will be missed in LA,
Bo and Chaos.
but put your hands together.
Was that from the last
Let's
show?
put up
That's from
our
the
drinks and
Dynamite Beast show
toast
from 2 years ago.
to the new chapter of his life. This time as a producer of the Squared Circle Mats. My friend, your friend, our friend.
That's my best buddy.
Ryan Smiley Katz.
Seems like the video would end right there, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my
We all
god.
thought it was done.
That was just the photo part.
24 more minutes.
That was just the photo part.
Pronounced with an I-ly. Oh.
My name's Smiley, aka GQ Money.
Hi, I'm GQ Money.
I lost that robe. That was a great robe.
Monroe. My name's Ryan Katz. I'm from Snowmass, Colorado.
My name's Smiley. My name's Smiley too. What are we all about?
There's Austin Draven.
Of style
Judas
with a
Devlin in the
smile.
background.
That's right, fast cars. We've got cigars, and we've got pictures on the walls of these bars.
Bam!
Three Musketeers Truffle Crisp.
Like a leg was broken, shaking and twitching, kind of like it was smoking.
Make me a pro wrestler, pro wrestling school.
But you didn't show the actual bump.
To become a pro wrestler. Lots of slams, lots of action, lots of hurt. Like the hurt I'm gonna put you through, Bob. You're going now.
Of course, I'd like to see that.
Slice of style right there. Slice of style. Here's my doggy humping on her blanket.
She loves to hump that blanket. It's phenomenal.
Yes, there's more.
That was my tribute to Billy Mays after he died. I did that at Target. That's my roommate, Monster Heel.
Is that your house?
Yeah. The furniture set up the opposite way. This was at Motion Capture. We had a Motion Capture pentathlon where we did a bunch of different events, and I struggled on the rope crawl.
Shorter is a disadvantage on that. I can't keep my legs locked. Fair no bullshit.
Look at that beautiful technique as I run the ropes right there. Look at that pivot. Look at that pivot and turn.
What the fuck?
That's a great magic trick you can see on YouTube.
Slayer.
No, I said what the fuck?
He's sitting down with the Governator to find out what he thinks of movies like Avatar.
Ryan, a professional wrestler,
That was when I was on Oprah.
likes to find his feminine side as sunshine.
What do I got to lose, Pat?
That was when I lost money on Card Sharks.
2011, gonna blow your mind.
We're here on Los Angeles as they keep loving Hollywood.
And second swear.
I think that's the last one.
That sounded pretty good.
That's okay. Nobody's watching anymore. They stopped watching the show.
So I bought a couch today. I bought a new bed today, and my salesman wore an ascot. It was phenomenal. Alessandro.
And I know something you don't know.
We're gonna have to rock that right there. We're gonna have to go.
And remember, folks, keep it smiling.
Keep it smiling.
Aww. The chat room
There we go.
wanted me to tell you that they will miss you.
I will miss them. I have been
I'm
here
gonna miss you.
at AfterBuzz for about 9 months now, and it has been extraordinary. The love, the respect, the kindness, the influence, the help that Maria and Kevin have showed me from the day that I got here has been amazing. I have been treated incredibly well. I became part of a new little family.
Yeah.
And I love my team. And this is really, really tough that this is the last show, because what's funny for me is that not only is it my last AfterBuzz, this is actually my last on-camera performance as I move to my world behind the scenes.
Yeah, actually it is.
So this is with
Sure it
I don't know
won't
about
be.
that.
Yeah.
with a melon.
I have a
that
very
happening.
hard time believing that you will not pop up somewhere.
My
but,
job is for behind the scenes.
yes, it
As
is.
said, I will be an associate producer for WWE down at the new developmental facility in Orlando. My flight leaves Wednesday morning. My car ships out tomorrow. Just bought myself a new bed. I'll be searching for an apartment this weekend. And it is a bittersweet, melancholy moment that for the last time I look to that camera. I don't want to skip your plugs. I got to that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't even.
don't worry about it.
Honestly, I don't even know if I have. Any plugs? June 9th.
Here we go. We're going to close
June 9th, okay. We're
going to go out on a happier note.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
This was 2 weeks ago at MPW when I took on Bo. And look at the entourage I'm joined to the ring with. We got a Cathy Kelley. We got the voice of choice, Christian Rosenberg. We got TJ Rush, my original XPW Enterprise stablemate. And following behind TJ, there's Kaori Takei. And look who's closing up the rear with the towel around his neck.
That's
wait, watch this.
That's
Watch
my
this.
towel. That's the towel I use.
Watch this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Living the dream.
Thank you, Smiley.
He's been waiting since he was 12 for that moment.
Kaori's got a moment later where, like, when they kick you guys all out,
we were both
she's
going
all
nuts.
yelling at the ref. You can't. You guys were awesome, and
I wasn't out there though.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people on Twitter were saying, "How come you weren't there?" And I was like, "You have your own storylines at that Fed, so it doesn't really work."
It didn't really make sense.
But for the last time, I could only say, thank you. This has been phenomenal. I love doing it. I love being a part of it. This is the first time in my life and career that I actually got to be somewhat of a good guy and actually have people like me and respect me.
You're such a good ass.
Because cheers feel good, right?
You know,
booze are fun, but cheers feel good.
You know, when you're in your 20s, booze. I mean, you're doing it now in your late 30s.
Yeah.
I used to love it, and now I've just in the last 5 years I've really changed. Or 3 years I've really changed as a person. I'm a much more love, peace, and happiness.
I consider
kind of
the
mellow
babyface's
guy.
cheers my cheers as well. So.
I'd rather be a positive influence on the world than be a negative kind of bad guy.
Like Cena.
I would like to be a Cena kind of guy. I would like to do charity work and kind of. I preach the message of love, peach, and smiliness. Share a smile.
And you sell a lot more. You sell a lot more merchandise when you're a good guy as well.
Absolutely. So it is this somber, melancholy, bittersweet moment that for the last time I can look into that camera and say, "Oh, my mom's gonna die on this one too." Maybe we'll yodel first. Somber, melancholy, bittersweet for the last time here on AfterBuzz TV, where I binged it on. Bye, bye, Birdie.
Love you, Smiley.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.